So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? Well, I'm back to my usual I love Bordeaux theme today. So we're going to be talking about White Bordeaux. And I keep preaching to people that if you really, really love just white wine, let's not even talk about the grapes today. White wine. You should look at White Bordeaux. It is the most underrated, undervalued wines in all of France. I'm going to teach you why, because we have a beautiful producer here that we actually represent this property. Not this wine, because it's the white wine of Les Orangeries. So if you saw one of our other videos, we did red. But we wanted to highlight this wine for a number of reasons. One, we really appreciate the Icard family. They're the owners of this property. So just a beautiful estate, Les Orangeries. We actually bring the Gandoy Paranot, which is basically, close to this vineyard, but they owned 4 different chateaus. But we wanted to highlight this for a number of reasons. One, I wanted to teach people how easy it is to buy White Bordeaux. You don't have to spend a lot of money. This wine is under $15 a bottle. Look, it's got a twist off. This is how easy this is, look, all right? And then what this is something interesting. This is 2023. I wanted to try this because this is the young vintage. It's actually the next vintage up we call in Bordeaux for white wine. 23 reds will not be available for another couple of years. You're going to start to see 22 reds, but now you're seeing the whites. Because guess what? This is the way you want these wines. You want them fresh. You want them clean. This is just beautiful. I mean, when you smell this wine, it's really, it just leaps. So this is 80% Sauvignon, 20% Semillon. Yes, that's the traditional blend. We're going to show you exactly where this area is. This is called Entre de Mer. See this nice yellow, this all here. This is the largest area of chateaus in Bordeaux. And guess what? These were all little villages here. So every one of them has all chateaus involved. But this is called Entre de Mer in French. Entre de Mer means between the 2 seas. So you have the Gironde River coming here. You have the Garonne River coming here to form between what we call 2 seas, and it ends up here. And I've actually had some friends that have told me that it becomes quite fierce. The river comes down here and it pushes here, and people actually go surfing down here. Yeah, that sounds crazy, but the river creates such a flow of water here that people actually do body surfing, and they do surfing right here. But yeah, goes right here. And I always said this was the best area for white wine if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you don't, and you don't really know that much about wine and you want to learn. This is where we start. So just beautiful, again, orchard fruits we talk about, really apples and pears. Now let's taste the wine. It's delicious. I want to zoom in a little bit more on the label just to show you this so you'll remember this wine. So since 1790, Chateau Orangeries has been involved here in the Icard family. This is on chalky clay hills, youthful blend of Sauvignon and Semillon. But this is a beautiful white wine. Again, this is something that you serve as an aperitif before dinner. So you get ripe lemon, zesty grapefruit, juicy white peach. Does that sound good enough, guys? The palate offers crisp minerality expression, and I can taste that in this wine. Again, the reason why I wanted to do a video on this property is because, we know the Icard family very, very well. And although I'm not the importer of this wine, I just wanted to spend the time because I think that for people to understand, this kind of just came in. So 2023, this is the vintage in Bordeaux. I wanted to taste it so I could get a chance to see the heads up. This is a terrific vintage for white wine. That's when they're picking the grapes before the red. So you're picking Sauvignon and Semillon like in August now because they have to move up dates. Used to be September, now everything is August, but that's to keep the freshness. This is all stainless steel. There's no oak involved in the process. Where's the oysters? This wine is begging for food. And again, remember now, this is the kind of wine that you serve as an aperitif before you go to the next course. So that's why it's under $15 a bottle. This is a hell of a bottle of wine. And I think people should pay attention to Bordeaux because I think, look, this region right here, Entre de Mer, You got more value than anywhere else in France. This is where you need to spend the time. It's called Once de Mer. They actually put on the bottle now Bordeaux Blanc, so it makes it very easy to understand. And this is a Grape Explorer. We're always talking about great wines, and I'm always looking for value, and I'm always preaching here that you got to look for value. You got it in Bordeaux. Cheers.